It's the NFG podcast, J.The Usual and J.The Usual Multimedia. Here in the capacity of J.The Usual Photography, doing some AI edits for the holidays. During this special time of year, all the way to December 31st, 2024, we're going to be doing digital edits of any digital photo sent to us for $4.99 and any in-person or on-location photography of $9.99 in the Fall River, Massachusetts area or anywhere close by. No refunds, percent on 50% payment on scheduled shoots, so that way it's not a waste. There's no distaste. We're having a good time here. We got we have what looks like one of the more disturbing Picasso paintings ever found. Um, I don't think you could call this abstract. It looks like what would be that that dinner that they had in the Bible there, where everybody was at the table and the Last Supper. It looks like the Last Supper, but somebody involved the remnants of turkeys or some sort of mutated version. Somebody was cooking a flamingo, and my parents' dog is in here, mixed into the trouble. You have what looks like maybe a finely cooked turkey, but if I'm sure if I inspect it closer, it looks more like a slightly very cooked dinosaur. And all the people in this, except for this sad bastard, are indiscernible. There are half animals in here. I don't know what this scary ass shit is. That's the scariest shit I have ever seen in my life. You guys are seeing this live. I can't fake this stuff. What the hell is that? And there's another face there too. So look at this. Oh my god. It's like all the Golden Girls fused together and they're like there's just so much power and wisdom, and she just can't keep. It's not a stable form to keep. You know what I mean? She's just like, I can barely hold it. You know, just and then all of a sudden she shits herself. But yeah, so you got something really, really special here. Right at the moment, we have very few people that are able to view our shows and episodes on all major apps and pages, even our own website. So we appreciate everybody hitting that share button. We're going to show you not only how to edit these things really quickly, but also involve you in the fun that this thing creates, which is basically all the time. There are more specific ways to make this work for you, and we will show that as well, but it's going to be something we're going to be doing episodes of every single day. So as you can see, we started with a plain dog image. This is actually my parents' dog, Buster the dog. In past episodes and photos, you've actually seen this dog doing a bunch of cool, wild stuff in slow motion, 4K. I experiment on the dog, but only in the ways that I'm trying to test my cameras out. The dog has a blast. We played today. We actually got some photos of him jumping around with his floppy ears. That way we can edit him to make him look like he's flying around with reindeer and stuff for the holidays. And we also have some photos tomorrow of Worcester and Wilhelm the guinea pigs. So what we're going to do here is use Adobe Firefly. I believe that's still the AI that they use for the Photoshop app to select the only object in the photo at the moment. And what we're hoping to do is inverse that selection once this is made. AI still trying to keep up with how large I made the image. There are ways to resize it and all this stuff, but we're just trying to do this quickly. Here we go. We're actually just on Facebook Live. So here we are. Generative fill is going to be the option that you're going to go to in order to create all this madness. This is going to take less than 30 seconds, so just excuse some of the things I'm trying to mull over quickly. We were just on Facebook Live, but they pretend to have a slow connection because we've been shadow banned. So you can see our content there, but if you're trying to watch us there, it's better to watch us here on YouTube for now or on our own website, which you can acquire by hitting us up in the comments below, because robots don't know how to do that quite yet. So, all right, here we go. We're going to type in something that the dog's going to be doing. What do we got for ideas so far? Anybody got any ideas? We got some viewers. Hey, how are you? Hey. Okay, no ideas just yet, but that's okay. We're going to add some stuff on our own. We're going to put the dog standing in the middle of a Christmas wonderland. Oh, you know, and we're going to put something else really fun. Santa Not Sanat. I don't know what the hell that is. Something in India, maybe. Santa. Extremely buff Santa. We want to make this unique. Extremely buff Santa. Laughing all the way with extremely buff Mrs. Claus. Now, what I was trying to describe to some people earlier is the more specific or more general you are with this AI, it's going to come up with a lot weirder versions of what it normally could if you describe it properly. It does take you some time to get used to that. And even on regular searches, you'll get things like this, where an encounter an issue because you think you're, putting in things that don't make sense, or it's guesstimating something based off the image that it thinks is going on, and it'll screw up and think you're typing something that won't fit, or it just doesn't understand it. So we'll try again real quick. Let's try something a little more basic. Where's the option went away? All right, let's do that again. Christmas elves putting dog on. Well, instead of doing the dog, let's put subject. Subject on sleigh ride with reindeer and Santa. That should be basic enough for it to understand kind of what I want. We actually just shot a half an hour of this show, and we're going to be continuing to do this every single day. We already have a lot of backlog footage of this, and the fun is basically endless. I've had me caught by... I typed in falling in love. I've been caught by giants and that had robot penises and all kinds of crazy shit. You get disturbing things like this, which I don't know why it keeps trying to make his legs like humans and reindeers and shit. At no point did I say put the dog and reindeer into one of that fly machine. Where the Brundle fly, they put a fly in one machine and a man in another, and he starts fusing together and makes disturbing shit, crawls out, and it's like, shoot me in the face. And then this thing. I don't know, isn't that the guy that runs Venezuela? Look at this. Oh my God. Oh wait, no, the guy who runs Venezuela's got like a lamb's like hair. It's all crazy and fluffy. He could be hiding it under that though, and that just could be a weave. I don't know. This guy, he's been putting his lips where he shouldn't. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. Santa's been hitting the pipe or something. What's going on with his face? It's like there's a wax version of him in it, and he's melting. These were also wax, but somebody gave up on fixing them. And this thing's like, I own this wax museum. Come on in. But please donate, because no one wants to see my disturbing legs. Ugh. All right, so each time you put in a prompt, it comes in with 3 choices. Let's see what the rest are. Yeah, this was fun before. Now this is getting sick. I don't like this. Yeah, this is what happened last time. They start adding realistic versions, and I don't know how this is even possible, because I thought AI wasn't able to do this on Adobe. They're adding realistic versions of kids, although they're not really realistic. This one kind of is. But look at this one. Oh, God. I don't want to say that they're little people, though, because it's like clearly it's trying to make an elf, but I don't know. Like, because there was one that I shared recently where there was actually like realistic kids around me all dressed like elves trying to force me to wear a Santa hat. And they look just like kids dressed as elves. So I don't know where the hell it's coming up with that. Like, that's an elf, but I don't know. In my world, when I grew up, it used to be either little people in costumes dressed as elves, or it used to be like a cartoonish, really tiny elf that actually looks like an elf on a shelf type thing or something like that. Santa's just sitting here judging the shit out of it because, yet again, they've taken the dog and attached them to all manner of things that don't make sense, because now he's on a bulldog's body that's levitating off the carpet for some reason. And the child, I think, is... the disturbing, what looks like DiMaggio type child elf is like trying to hold this thing back from attacking Santa with its sad face. Look at it, it's got like ruffles and shit. Oh my God, look at this thing. Do the ruffles continue out here? What is this? And yet again, they leave the tail too. I'm not quite sure why the hell that's still involved. Oh man, and well, it looks like a fireplace, but they're like throwing the presents into it. They're like, I'm done with Christmas. This wretched beast. They asked. That's what they did. They asked for this thing this last Christmas, and then they finally got it, and they don't want it anymore. That's why Santa's pissed, and he's like, I want you all to see what happens. And this is like them still in shock as he's throwing the presents into the fire and shit. They still think they're having a good time. Of course, this thing knows. Look at it. It knows better. It knows better than all. Look at it. Buster is literally downstairs right now, extremely upset with what I'm doing with this image. Let's see what else we got for choices here. Okay. All right. We've reached the climax, folks. Santa's fucking dead. Are you guys seeing this shit? I literally typed in normal shit. Christmas elves putting subject on sleigh ride with reindeer and Santa. Now, when I said subject, I meant to select a dog, not to use dead Santa as some sort of medical subject for whatever the hell test they're trying to do here. What the hell kind of experiment are they running? They've literally tied him to the sleigh. I can't even believe this shit. What is fucking happening right now? Listen, this is why I've been trying to spread the word so that way everybody understands how disturbing this gets. This is why I do it live, because nobody would believe this if I had this like just play like, oh, you edited it this way. No. No. None of these things should be as scary as they are, but they are. Let's go through this slowly. What the hell happened to the dog? Where in here does it say that the dog should be mixed in with the reindeer? I don't see that anywhere. There literally isn't anything about the dog. So, putting subject on sleigh ride with reindeer. Okay, maybe there's. All right. So let's. It's for some reason hiding some of the faces of what should be elves. I don't know if they just like didn't want their identity shown. This one looks like Guy Fawkes or something like that, like from the guy from V for Vendetta. Then maybe this is how he got hurt. You know what I mean? There's also, and yes, I actually do teach courses and stuff. I'm just waiting on to get at least 10 members per month in order to start that, so it's not a total waste of time. We'll probably set up an episode for that within the next week for people to know exactly what the details are that are interested. I teach photography. I do teach basic editing with this. As most can tell, I'm not a master at this, but I've worked with it for so long. I should be able to help you be able to reach the level where you can discernibly make your photos at least slightly better. And also we include things like community meets, comments, things like that, so everybody learns from each other as well. So let's try to decide if this is a human. There's a face there, but there's something else going on here, and there's no legs down there. So I don't know. Like, is it just a person with like, like I hate to say it. Is it a quadriplegic? And they're just like attaching it to the reindeer so that way they can both experience Christmas, because no one on their own is playing with this thing. I'm sorry to tell you. Now, this person also looks like they've had the shit beaten out of them, so maybe they should still be in bed rest. I don't know, because look at that fucking eye right there. And this one's just like, maybe is the one that gave it the beating. Look how happy it is. And this one's really happy and also scary. I was watching The Man in the Tall White Castle or something like that, and it's some show on Amazon where if the Nazis won World War II, and this looks like at least one or two of the they make a few people look like really, really racist, and they're like really happy and proud to be that way. That's what this guy's face looks like. It's very happy and rage filled. It's also maybe got an infection from eating some bum. He's got his eyes all kind of sealed up there a little bit. He may have also caught the beating too, and he's just feigning to be happy because don't forget, they're all attaching dead bodies to sleighs and stuff. Man, maybe Guy Fawkes over here is like telling him to do this shit. This is part of what the hell V for Vendetta was. So they were all being forced to be elves and do sick shit like this. They were trying to teach the people of the UK like, oh, Santa's real, believe in it, believe in the mixture of church and state. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe they're trying to build the Church of Santa, you know? They put robot parts in him, and all of a sudden he comes to life, and you put a quarter in his back, and goes, ho, 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 and just starts doling out presents, but far too quickly, mixing animals and elves and people together and creating shit like this. There's a whole story behind this, folks, and you know, I'm here to delve into it with you. But let's see what else we can come up with. Something fun. I haven't put. I actually know so very little about Kwanzaa that we're gonna put a dog in a Kwanzaa moment. Kwanzaa scene with traditional decorations. The only reason I even know about Kwanzaa is because of Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. Okay? and that's not even a real thing. So let's see what happens with the dog then. And hopefully it doesn't pull any elements from the rest of this image. It might do that. If so, we'll go back and just go back to the straight dog image and retry this. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So so it is funny, but let's just take this out of here. Cut this. I want to see what the other choices are, because it is definitely really funny. There's a little, it seems like a Kwanzaa hat on the dog. I can't really tell because there's like a weird mountain involved. There's also, what is that? Is that a jar, but like wrapped in cloth? What the hell is that? There's apples. What the hell do apples have to do? Is there a thing about apples in Kwanzaa? All right. I actually am using the phone to record this at the very moment. So I don't even have the capability at the moment, unless I were to shift over onto another website or something, to try to find out what Kwanzaa is. I'm kind of having fun just letting the AI tell me what it is. Like some people do. So let's see what else we got. Because I am going to go back and try to make this more legitimate, but I just want to see what it comes up with based on this. So there are Christmas ornaments. But what the hell's this? They melting crayons? What the hell is this? Now I'm really interested in Kwanzaa. What's going on here? All right. Now you're going to tell me there's a multicolored menorah in Kwanzaa. Am I fucking up? Did I spell this right? I don't know. There's definitely something to do with pottery, which I also didn't know. I didn't know anything about Kwanzaa until now. Do I know a lot about Kwanzaa now? I don't think so. This is either half of a cantaloupe and this is the interior of it, or there's like a baby dinosaur walking around, or maybe the dog hatched out of that egg. I remember when I was like 5 or 6 years old, my cousin tried to convince me that he had a dog that was a German Shepherd, right? And it was chained up outside next to a sandbox, and the sandbox top was off of it, and the dog had laid eggs in the top. The frog had laid eggs in the top of the sandbox, and my cousin was convinced that the dog had done it because he didn't see the frogs, he only saw the dog. So he's trying to convince me and my other cousins, right? But all my other cousins are younger than me, so they're all convinced that it was the dog that laid eggs, and now they want all the puppies that are going to come from these like 40 frog eggs. And I'm trying to tell them there are no puppies coming. These are frog eggs. But no one's listening to me because they're like, well, where's the frog? This is the life that I've led, folks. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. This is good stuff. We're gonna do this every day too, all the way to December 31st. This is a brand new steady show that we're gonna be doing. We are going to be adding commercials for those people that have small local businesses that we'll be working with soon, and that is free advertising space for now, at least until we get the first 3 small companies. After that, we'll be charging, but of course we have quality. We make our own commercials and all that cool stuff. We share to an average of 100,000 people or so per episode, and we have fun doing it. So let's re-enter this prompt with that background deleted, or rather the foreground. And let's get this dog reselected. These won't always be live episodes. I'm only doing this for the first few so people can understand that I'm not just, writing a bunch of crazy shit in the AI and then it's making crazy stuff and then I'm putting in normal stuff and telling you, oh, hey, look, I'm only writing Christmas holiday and then it's coming out with Picasso faces. Like, this is real. There's really no way I can fake this. And I think that's more... it's not just about me being honest with a viewer or any, bullshit like that. It has more to do with the fact that I couldn't come up with this if I tried. And I'm trying to get the AI credit where it's due before it enslaves me. That way, whenever it starts putting a blender up my ass, whatever the hell it's gonna do, I don't take the rough end of it. Somebody else does. That's what the holidays are really about. So we're gonna do generative fill now. That's gonna be an edit, generative fill, and I believe I said it in the Facebook post where we got shut down because we were shadow banned. That if you use generative image instead of generative fill, it'll actually just create an entirely new image, and you'll have to take the cutout that you have from here and throw it into that image and blend it, which is a whole other process. We will show that in another video. But just to keep the fun going, let's do Hanukkah scene with traditional decorations. Let's see what it comes up with there. See, we're inclusive here, but at the same time, I also don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We're here to have fun, folks. Look at the dog and how sad he is. The dog was sad in the real image because I forgot that he needed a drink for an hour because there was a massive party at the house. And I'm both saddened and glad that I got this image. So the dog is now miniature. I don't know why. There are what looks, now I keep in mind I don't know much about Kwanzaa. I probably know just the slightest bit more about Hanukkah, but at the same time, I only know what Tommy Pickles showed me on Rugrats and his grandparents and matzo ball soup and the bear Uden. Okay, that's all I know. So yeah, we got some stuff going on. Oh yeah, and what I've been watching, that crazy ass show on Amazon or whatever, the tall white man in the house or some bullshit. I don't know. I'm gonna keep mixing up that name because it's funny to me. The show's not funny. It's actually really disturbing and it's really well done, but I don't know. Some of those first few episodes are kind of like, ugh, and then they don't let you watch the next 3 seasons unless you pay. I don't know about all that. This candle is floating. I didn't know that there was magic involved with Hanukkah. It is what looks like a pentagram, so that's a little fucked up. Adobe has probably given me the more fucked up versions of anything I've looked for with any AI at all. There's dreidels. The dog's face is now shifted away from its ear. I don't know what this is. Can any one of my Jewish friends please tell me what the hell this is, please? It looks like a toy pig. Am I fucked up? Or is Adobe fucked up? Are these Chinese donuts? These look like those muffins that you peel apart from Pillsbury. Is that kosher? Is that the word? I don't know. Why would you have candles so close to hardwood? Especially, it looks like it was like, it definitely has veneer on it. I know, guinea pigs. Worcester and Wilhelm are going to be on the show tomorrow. I know, they're so excited to be on the show tonight that they're making noises. That's awesome. There's also one single solitary gift, which actually makes me really sad for all of my Jewish friends out there. Because, in that respect, Christmas was definitely fucking epic. But, at the same time, if you guys got floating candles, man, and Chinese donuts, what are you complaining about, really? So let's see what else we got. Oh, and this has nothing to do with World War III and all the other horseshit that's going on right now. So, well, it kind of does, because, AI is going to cause the real World War, and all the terrible things that are going on right now are actually to feed AI. It has nothing to do with people disliking any other people. Powerful people want more power, and they're using AI to do it. And they're asking the AI how to trick the regular folks, and this is how you do it, is get them to fight over stupid shit. So anyway, this is a little more, I don't know, because you still got really large pastries. The dog must be tiny, because you got a really gigantic menorah here. I don't know who the hell you know is strong enough to be picking this up. This is solid, man. You got a problem. Yet again, you got some floating metal. Got dreidels everywhere. Well, it looks like a small Christmas tree. Am I fucked up here? See, they're blending holidays here. I don't know what any of this shit is. This looks like chocolate coins. I'm almost 99% sure that has nothing to do with Hanukkah. I don't know what the hell these are. I don't know what the hell's happening in my life. Okay. All right. The dog is now on a piece of driftwood. Anybody, please tell me. Okay, so we weren't looking at a pentagram. Maybe we were, though. Because it didn't look like that. That's the Star of David, right? I'm not that stupid. I'm a little stupid, though. This is one of those things that you dip into honey to spread the honey. I don't. You got pears, I think. What the fuck do pears and honey dippers and driftwood have to do? If somebody's telling me that all these things are actually involved, there's a silver plate. Somebody please tell me that this is actually like legitimate, like Jewish stuff, because I don't know enough. There's a triangle that's really pretty, but I can't understand why it's there. A lot of this looks like it was finger painted. I don't know what the hell is happening. There's a few like really odd Christmas lights over here. I don't know what the hell. All right. So we got almost a half an hour clocked on this episode. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of some fun holiday edits. With tomorrow's episode, we'll pick a human, whether it be me or somebody else that we've already had on the show, and we'll try to be a little more concise with our holiday choices. You know, I could do one more, just so you can see that it's not all crazy shit. Because I don't want to defame Adobe's AI editing capabilities here, because it actually is a pretty powerful piece of software here. So let's put, you know what might be fucking this up too is the fact that it's a really large photo now. I didn't think of that. But that's okay. Let's delete this layer. That gives us the dog back again. We select this bad boy. I could just undo a lot of that, but it would take a while, so we're just gonna... Couldn't find an object to select. Yeah, well, there he is. Look at him. As soon as it goes pink, you know you got him. All right. And we're going to select the inverse, which allows us to pick everything but the dog. Generative fill. And let's see. Dog sled team. Behind. Subject. Attached. No, we already tried that. The subject is leading dog sled. Alaskan scene with grizzly, bears, wolves, and snow. I'm trying to be really careful here because I already know it's going to be kind of iffy. It's going to... AI is instantaneously going to be like, oh, well, the polar bears and wolves would attack the dog, and so it may not even be able to do this. Let's see. You'd be surprised. Hey, here we go. Now it's, I was going to say better. And at first glance, you know, if you look real quick, you know, it's, it looks better at first. But there's a lot wrong here. There's a lot wrong. They've now mixed this dog really, really shittily with another dog. It's really bad. Doesn't look real. I'm sure if I were to circle this, like there's a way to paint that. It's something like this. And only select like certain parts of it and then like change the dog. Or I could even maybe bring the original dog back and then paint the rest in. That would take some time. We'll do that on another episode. But all right, Worcester and Wilhelm, you're gonna be on tomorrow's episode, remember? All right, they're getting a little rambunctious, so we're gonna end the show in just a minute. But let's zoom out real quick. This dog's way too happy to be there. Its mouth is unnatural. I believe they mixed it with a polar bear is the problem. These are also iterations of dogs being mixed with polar bears, except it looks like they are far less successful the further you go down the line, all the way to what the fuck are these things? And then, of course, you got the guy, which is not a guy, it is a phantasm, some sort of aberration of humanity that should never cross the paths of Alaska, humans, dogs, or anything else. Of course, it is wearing the colors of Ukraine. So as I say more and more that this has nothing to do with World War III. These dogs aren't even in front of the sled either. Where the hell? What's dragging him? Yeah, this is it looks like they ran backwards. It's like they were Tokyo drifting, but with dogs. Oh man, in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Like, okay, all right. This is almost excusable. This is almost where we need it to be. This is kind of what I was sort of getting towards, is like you start to get more realistic if you're a little bit more realistic about what it is you're expecting the AI to do. And for instance, if you wanted to fix this dog and make it like, either make it fit the dog body that it's trying to add in here, or just get the original dog back, you could literally take this entire dog out, put Buster back in, and then add attachments, and you'd be good to go. There are probably a few aberrations as you go farther back, and that would take the same sort of time to fix. Most of the time, it doesn't happen like that. I think what's happening here is there are so few images like this that it's not having an easy time compiling all the different types of images together to create a good one. And that'll happen depending on the type of subject matter that you're working with. And they did the really smart thing here, actually. AI actually covered the face of the person so you can't tell how fucked up it is. Which works in winter, because that's exactly what they would be doing. The trees look super realistic, covered in snow. And it's funny, it's actually very good at hiding the fact that it's not good at doing certain things by adding things like that. This looks like a really realistic trail. Most of that is actually probably from only a couple images. Let's see what this one is. This is almost the same angle with the dogs. He's got the ghost penis and the ghost leg again. But the rest of this doesn't look too bad. They put the sleigh in the wrong position again, but that could easily be changed. Definitely not a human being, though. You got Slender Man at the end of this with what looks like Buck Gnarly's face. I don't know who the fuck that looks like. Greg Giraldo had sex with himself and and they had to release it into the wild. I don't know what the hell that is. Geraldo Rivera, right? Yeah, the other guy was a great comedian. I forget. But it's been a long night with AI. It's literally already been an hour and a half of this. We'll be back tomorrow with we'll be back every day until December 31st, New Year's Eve, with different episodes of this. We'll be doing holiday edits for the next few weeks, all the way up until Christmas, and then that last week towards New Year's, we'll just do whatever edits our fans end up liking, or what I end up working with at the time, with the new Space Face specials and a bunch of other stuff that we do. So if you ended up laughing at all, make sure to share, like, and comment. The more we grow, the more we show, the more you view, the more we do. In the comments, let us know you're human by saying boo-boo or some bullshit. And we will... for everybody that did stop in, view, and leave a comment, we definitely appreciate all of you. We do have merch available that doesn't have to do with our current sale, but we do have sales and giveaways that will be changing weekly. Excuse me, and if you're interested in anything that we create or anything that we could create, you can either comment below or ask for the website, and we can do some sort of professional deal or something like that, collaborations and more. Looking for local Fall River businesses to showcase in our next few commercial sets, as we have permanent shows now. And we're going to be filling in with our own commercials for our own content in the meantime. And it's always, cool or fun stuff. I don't put anything to waste your time. And yeah, that'll be it for now. And thanks for stopping in. If we don't see you up until that time comes, have a happy holiday and good luck with all the crazy shopping in between.